Hi guys, it's Oriana here. Welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for joining me. I can't actually believe that this is my first time filming of 2021, but it has just been a ridiculously slow start to the year for me, and I'm sure for many of you. I don't know how you guys are all finding it, but I think I finally got to that point where I am just so fed up with lockdown and trying to get back into the swing of things in January, regardless of being in the middle of a pandemic, is usually quite hard. But usually you kind of are braced for being thrown back into the swing of things and having to go into the office, and you just can't help it. You kind of have to just get on and do it, whereas now we're all stuck at home whilst homeschooling, whilst trying to work from home. It has just been a little bit of a messy start to the year, but a messy slow start in terms of, yeah, I'm definitely not moving at the momentum that I usually do with having my day just a bit more put together and structured. But anyway, that sums up my start to the year. I hope that you guys are all coping okay with everything that is currently going on. I'm getting these videos out to you guys, and I'm hoping that this is a bit of light relief in terms of what everybody is coping with on a day-to-day. I am excited to be back filming, and I will be releasing a video a week, as I usually do. I thought the perfect way to ease me back into it would be to start with a loungewear video, which is obviously very relevant because it's all that I'm really wearing, to be honest, and just nice and easy because I can do it whilst wearing loungewear, so it doesn't feel like I'm having to step out of my comfort zone too much for this time of the year. Before we jump into it, I just want to say thank you guys so much for supporting me at the start of my YouTube journey, from the end of 2020 and going through into 2021. If you do enjoy my videos, please do hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. That way you'll be alerted whenever I release a video. And I will also link my Instagram down below. I post a lot of my outfits on there, so it's a great place to be if you're ever in need of some inspiration or just curious as to how I've styled something. I will also, as always, link all of the items down below just in case you want to shop any of the looks that I've shown you, and I will include my sizes down there as well, just in case I forget to mention them as we go through. Right, so let's just jump straight into it because I've got quite a few different sets to get through. Okay, so first up we've got this lovely set from Asos, and this is part of Asos's own design collection, so it's quite a nice and affordable piece. This is more of what I would say is a very much classic lounge set. When people say lounge set, this is usually what I'm thinking: a sweater and then some co-ord joggers. And I really like the fit of this one. It is comfy, and it's not it's super flattering or anything, but I really like the neckline of it. And then I really like that the waist on the joggers has a pull, and that you can actually use that to cinch you in. I find a lot of the time when I buy loungewear online, these pulls aren't actual pulls that you can pull on, they are just there to tie them up. They don't go all the way round through the waist. So I really like that because I always love to cinch my waist in, just because I feel if you don't define your waist, then you kind of can end up looking quite frumpy. And then I always love tucking the front of my sweatshirt into the bottom, so that works really nicely with these. And then the other thing that I love about these is just the colour. I don't even really know how to describe it. On the website it looked like it was purple, but I would say that it's more of a sort of a pinky beige, and I really like it. I think it's a really flattering colour on my skin tone. This is just a really nice comfy option. As I said, because it's Asos's own design collection, it is a little bit more affordable, and I always think it's great to have a few more affordable options in terms of loungewear in your collection, because where I do just wear them around the house mostly, I don't know why, but around the house that's when I tend to get the messiest, because I'm doing things like cleaning, washing up, cooking and whatsoever. So sometimes you don't want to be in items that cost too much, because if you get a bit of splashback when you're cooking something, it's not the end of the world. I don't really see myself wearing this out too much. I think it'd be fine in terms of travel wear, if I was catching a flight somewhere, which I'm not really doing, this would be the perfect sort of thing to wear to the airport, or even just a long car journey or whatsoever. So I've just styled these with my Converse. They're the Converse with the platform sole, and you've got the chunky bottoms. It just obviously elongates your leg a little bit, so yeah, for me that's just ideal, especially when you're wearing something like this that can end up looking a little bit frumpy. If you can pair them with shoes that are slim but have a bit of a chunky sole makes you look a little bit more put together and adds a little bit of height. Obviously if I was wearing this out now, then I would just throw on like a massive coat over the top. Right, so the next item I'm not going to touch on for too long, as it was included in my latest Asos haul, which I uploaded not too long ago, but it is this absolutely lovely Nike tracksuit, which is in this really nice cream. It's in a really soft velvet that's ribbed, so it just feels lovely against the skin, and I just constantly find myself wanting to put this on. I pretty much have been living in it, and what I love about this one is that it's got kind of a bit of a put together look about it. It very much is loungewear, and it very much is obviously just a tracksuit. You can wear it however you want, but it does just look polished. I think it's the colour where it's kind of like crisp and cream, and I usually just wear it with like a white cami underneath, like a vest top or a halter neck. Oh, and another thing that I love is the fact that I really do like the bottoms by themselves, and they'll look great as it gets a bit warmer with just a cami by themselves or halter neck. And then the top as well is something that I can imagine I will be taking out with me when it is like shorts weather, and I think it will look really cute with light denim or even like the darker shades of denim. So I really love that, and I feel like it's quite a nice transitional piece, which is great for this time of year, because I don't want to just be really, I don't really want to buy too much stuff at the moment that is purely for winter. I feel like now that we are in January, I kind of need to make sure that I'm buying like transitional pieces, just because it's always a bit sad when you just bought something and you have to put it away for the next year. And yeah, so I am focusing on transitional pieces, and this is perfect for that. Again, like if I'm wearing this out, I will just throw on top my faux fur cream coat, which kind of very much matches the texture of this, which I quite like. It's a bit on the nose, but I think it looks really good together. And yeah, just some light beige trainers. I think it's got a really chic, polished look to it, so I had to include it. I think I'll stay on Nike for the moment, just because I've got a couple of other Nike sets that I wanted to show you. So this sweater again was included in my Asos haul, where I picked up a couple of Nike items. As I said, I was like absolutely loving it, and I have been wearing it loads, but it came with joggers. Well, it didn't come with joggers, you had the option to buy the matching joggers, which I bought, and I didn't really feel like they were very flattering on me. They just kind of like drowned me a little bit, so I sent those back. But then I did actually find slimmer joggers on the Asos website, which I think work way better. These ones that come in at the ankle, and then they've got like a really nice tie waist. They don't have pockets or anything, they are just like a really nice slim fit, and I think they work really well with this sweater. I mean, it looks pretty much as if it is uniform and all meant to go together. The only difference is the ticks. So this is obviously the Nike tick with the Nike in it, and then that is just the swoosh on the sweater. And usually, like when you buy of the same sets, it would be the same collection, so it'd be exactly the same, but that's the only difference, and that really doesn't bother me, so I'm really happy pairing those two together. So yeah, I'm really happy that I found these, because I've been living in this jumper, but I have just been wearing it with leggings, like my gym leggings, which are also Nike and work really nicely with it, or I've just been wearing it with black skinny jeans. I just found it such a nice top to just throw on. So in the cutaway, I've styled these with my Air Max 270s, and then I've added also my big long line puffer jacket, which is kind of like in that duvet, very oversized style, which I'm loving at the moment, because it's obviously freezing outside, so whenever I leave the house, that is the coat that I kind of want to be putting on, so I'm always happy if like my outfit goes well with that. And yeah, that just kind of achieves like a really nice all black look. I like that look, I think it's really cool. I really like the big oversized coats, but I know it's not everybody's cup of tea. I do have a shorter one as well. It would also work really nicely with this look. Right, so the next set is another Nike one, and this is this hoodie in this really nice, again, soft cream colour, which I clearly seem to be loving at the moment. It's similar to the last one I just showed you in terms of it's an oversized style. The pants are actually the same pants that were meant to come with the last sweatshirt. They're like very oversized and baggy, and they only had them in a small, unfortunately, and I think I would have definitely been better off with the extra small, but I am still loving them, and I am gonna get loads of wear out of them just because they are so comfy, and that is kind of like what I'm looking for at the minute. Like when I'm buying clothes, like my objectives are really very different to what they were, you know, before we went into all this craziness, because I am looking at clothes and I'm thinking about comfort a lot more. And yeah, this is just something that I really enjoy putting on, and I just feel so cozy and warm in it. And I can still kind of cinch in, well, not cinch in, but I can still sort of bring out my waist a little bit by tucking the jumper into the trousers. So it still works in that sense, but it's not really like gonna ever look like a really nice fitted piece. It very much is just like a nice cozy going for walks and chilling around the house type set, which is what I'm looking for. So I'm really happy with it. So I've gone ahead and styled this one with lighter trainers just to keep it in keeping with the colour of the tracksuit, which I really like. But then I have thrown over my big black puffer jacket again, which I just really like in terms of contrasting. So I think it looks really nice to have like the solid cream coming from this top to bottom, and then the long black coat over it. I think it looks really cool. Right, so next let's come on to the set that I'm wearing now, and that is this absolutely lovely one piece from Mango, which is in this really nice sort of muted brown colour, which obviously is a very on trend colour at the moment, but I do just always love brown, and I think it's a bit of a classic colour, to be honest, and I just always really like it with my colouring. It's got these really nice sort of slightly balloon sleeves, which I just kind of like rolling up, to be honest, just because yeah, I think it just exaggerates them a little bit. And then it's got these really lovely collars, and you can button it up the whole way so that it is like this, which I also think looks really cute. And then it's got a really lovely belt which just cinches you in beautifully at the waist, which is something that I think I've mentioned loads of times in this video, but I do think defining your waist really does help when it comes to loungewear, just because as much as you want to be cozy, as much as you want to be comfy, you don't really want to look frumpy, just because obviously it's not going to make you feel good when you've got it on. And because we're wearing loungewear so much at the minute, I feel like it's so important to buy loungewear that makes you look good and feel good on the inside. So that's kind of like why I am mentioning defining your waist so much, just because that is such an easy way to stop a piece like this from looking frumpy. So yeah, it's got this lovely belt, and then that takes you down to these lovely wide leg trousers, which are just perfect, cozy and comfy, and I just absolutely love this piece. When I saw it on the website, I was kind of like, oh gosh, like don't think I'm going to be able to resist that. Like that looks absolutely perfect. So this was $69.99, so it wasn't the cheapest, but it does feel like it's really good quality and will last quite a long time, and I do feel like I'll get a lot of wear out of this. Again, it's a very good transitional piece because I can wear it now with a vest underneath and a coat on top, out and about, and be perfectly warm in it. And then I'll easily be able to wear this into spring, and as it gets warmer I'll be able to wear it without a coat on top. So yeah, this is just absolutely perfect. So I've just styled it with my high top Converse with the platform bottoms, which are perfect because it means that it doesn't drag at all on the floor. Just having that little bit of height in the shoes is really good. And then I've just thrown on top my big teddy coat, which is in a really oversized style, so works really nicely with this because it's quite like dramatic, so it just works really nicely because I feel like it's kind of needed with something like this. I didn't want anything too fitted on top of it, but I feel like this would also look really nice with like just a trench as it does get warmer. So yeah, I'm really happy with this piece and I do love it, and I definitely will be getting my money's worth out of it this season and then hopefully into the next too. Right, so the last set is another Mango one, and it is a very much classic knitted lounge set in this lovely mull cream colour. Got a nice little hood on the top, which I think is really cute. It's a very like oversized style. I got it in a size small and it is very loose on me, but I quite like that. This one I very much do just see myself wearing around the house. I mean, I've shown you with the Converse on in the cutaway, but I don't really imagine that I would wear this one out, to be honest, but if I did, it would just be with a pair of Converse and an oversized coat over the top. It is lovely and soft. It does look like it's going to contain wool, but it doesn't. It is just acrylic and polyester, and it's perfect for me because I have quite sensitive skin. I usually do have quite a hard time finding knitted loungewear that doesn't contain wool and isn't going to irritate my skin, so this is perfect. The bottoms have got pockets, which I really like. I always love a lounge set with pockets because yeah, I'm just a pockets kind of gal. I've always got things in my pockets. They've got like a nice tight waist. The only thing is, obviously I said I do like pulls that actually cinch you in, and these ones don't. This is just aesthetically pleasing. It doesn't actually do anything in terms of making it tighter, but I don't think that's too much of an issue because the waist is quite narrow and stretchy, so it works. I can very easily tuck the top into the front of it, which is just kind of like what I will always do in loungewear, just to define my waist a little bit, as I've mentioned, just so that it looks nice and cozy, but it doesn't look frumpy. So yeah, this one again wasn't the cheapest. It was £70 altogether. Yeah, it was 35 for the bottoms and 35 for the top. So I am hoping that it will last a long time and that I can get loads of wear out of it. I find Mango clothes always do last me a pretty decent amount of time. So yeah, this one shouldn't be any different. Right guys, so that's all the items that I have to share with you today. I really hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe and hit that notification button. That way you'll be alerted whenever I release a video. As I mentioned, I'll also link my Instagram down below, so do go ahead and give that a follow. I do post a lot of my outfits on there, so it's a great place to be for some inspiration. And take care. Bye.